Greetings and welcome to Delta Media Group's Tech Tuesday, a brand new edition, another week older, another week wiser, another week closer to Christmas. Of course, most of you will be watching this down the road and it'll be nowhere near Christmas, but still, I have to take some reverie in it, So anywho, today we're going to get back into the DeltaNet 5, and the idea here is we're going to do one each week that's all going to be DeltaNet 5 related, and I'm going to try to keep them kind of short and sweet this time around. So all the DeltaNet 5 videos are going to be really to the point. So in getting to the point, let's go into the DeltaNet. So here we are in the login page to the DeltaNet 5. I've already got my user credentials in here, so we'll just sign in. And what we're going to go over today is lead notification settings, and really there's not a lot to it. It's going to come down to which email addresses you want to receive your lead notifications at, and it's also going to come down to if you want to get a text message for lead notifications. So first off, we start here on the agent dashboard, if you have an agent dashboard. For the rest of you, you'll start here on this agent welcome page. Now, to get to our email settings to determine where our lead notifications are going to go, we'll scroll down to the website tab, which is not really a tab anymore in DeltaNet 5, and go to overviews. So on this page, you can determine what your primary email address is going to be. So this is the email address that will be used for anything going out on your behalf, or this is the email address that by default you'll get any kind of notifications at. So if we look down, right here in the email address section, we have public email address. Or, for anything on this page, if you're having trouble finding it, you can just type it in here at the top, and it filters the page down to just what you're looking for. So in this case, I have my email address entered here. Public email is the one you care about. Private email is used by us sometimes, but generally anything will fall back to this public email address if it's not specified otherwise. So you always want to make sure you have this address entered, and this is where your lead notifications will go. So let's say that you want your website to send out on behalf of your company email address. So I have this Delta Group address, but let's say I want to get my lead notifications at a Gmail address instead. If you want to do that, you'll set your company address as your public email here, and then you'll set specific lead notification settings. You'll do that by going to Leads and Contacts and down to Settings. And now as we scroll down, here we have the email settings section. Now what you can do here is in the Send Lead Notices To field, you'll type in the address that you want to actually receive your lead notifications, and this, for lead notifications only, will override your public email address. So we'll say, if I want to get my lead notifications at this Gmail address, I'll just type this in here, and I'll scroll down to the bottom of the page and save it, and then that's where all my lead notices will go from this point forward. So if I go back up here, we'll just go ahead and go over these email settings. First off, for lead notices, the email should be sent as HTML with link. You can change this, but 99% of the time you'll have no need to. What this means is you can set the lead notification that goes to you to be formatted as text only if you want, with a link or without a link. If you're using an email client that doesn't support HTML, you would change this, but these days, this is kind of a leftover setting from a time when a lot more email clients like that were being used. So right now, unless you know for sure otherwise, just leave it on HTML with link and it should work fine for you. Now we also went over Send Lead Notices To. Now in this field, another thing you can do is you can have multiple addresses in here. So you can only have one public email address on your overviews page, but you can have multiple lead notice addresses. So for example, if you want all your lead notifications to go to you, and if you have an assistant also, you could just put a comma there and type in my assistant's email address. And whatever your assistant's email address is, and now any lead notifications will go to both addresses that are entered into this field. You can conceivably put as many as you want here. I've never seen anyone try more than 3, but who knows? Maybe you'll set a record. So as we go down, you have email type. POP3 is the default, and that will work pretty much across the board. You could change this to web or mobile device, and it'll reformat that lead notice email a little bit. But with the advent of smartphones, and these are also basically settings left over from a time when emails had to be more specific for different devices and different formats. But now if you leave this set on POP3, it'll work just fine. If we go down to Leads and Contacts email signature, this is the email signature that's used on any emails that the system sends out on your behalf, like autoresponders, things like that. Also, this is used as a default for email blasts or when you send out an email to process a lead. So you can change it when you write the email itself, but this is what's used as the default. So you can customize this as you see fit. You can also add these to it. Now it says insert links. Really what it does is it inserts the URL for these pages. So if you have a Facebook page entered on your overviews page, just a URL to your Facebook page, if you hit insert, it just puts that URL over here. Most email clients that your customers will have and receive these emails on will automatically turn this into a link because it'll just recognize it as a page URL. So, but this field is designed to be text only, so that's why it shows up as the whole URL and not just a link that says Facebook but links to your Facebook page. So the reason for that is so that as many people are sure to get them as possible, we send out the autoresponders as text only. So moving on, last but not least, if you're on the upgrade package, you can set the system to send you a text message every time a new lead comes in. To do that, you just enter the phone number here that you'd like to receive that text message, and you should be good to go. It should be all you need to do. I generally suggest that you go ahead and set this send test message button whenever you add a phone number in here, and that'll let you make sure that the system is going to send the text message to you. The only reason I say that is because some providers will want you to put the 1 in front and some won't. You should be fine without it 99% of the time though. So just enter your phone number here, send a test message, see if you got it, and if you did, from that point forward, whenever a new lead comes into your website, you should also get a text message notification letting you know. Now any changes you've made on this page, you just scroll down to the bottom and click this Save Preferences button. That'll save all your lead notification setting changes, and you'll be set to go. All right, so that's it. Like I said, kind of a short video this week. We've gotten a good look at how the lead notification settings get all put together, and it should work out pretty well for you. So, as always, it's been a pleasure talking to you today. Feel free to join me next week. Put any posts on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel if you have any suggestions about future videos, or if you have any questions on this or anything else, feel free to give us a call or send an email into support@deltagroup.com, and we will get back to you with any answers. Thanks a lot, and see you next week.